Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss about the Dividend Portfolio Dashboard and how investors can use it to manage passive income like a pro. A Dividend Portfolio Dashboard brings the most important income, growth, risk, and diversification information into one clear view. Instead of checking several spreadsheets, brokerage statements, and payment records separately, investors can use one dashboard to track performance, identify weaknesses, and make more informed portfolio decisions. To begin, define clear investment goals. Decide how much monthly or annual dividend income you want to generate, determine your acceptable level of risk, and establish your investment time horizon. For example, the dashboard shows a projected annual dividend income goal of $15,000. Having a measurable target makes it easier to track progress and adjust the investment strategy when necessary. Next, build the portfolio using carefully researched dividend stocks or exchange-traded funds. Focus on financially stable investments with sustainable dividends, reasonable payout ratios, and a history of dividend growth. At the same time, diversify across different sectors, industries, regions, and asset types so that the portfolio does not depend too heavily on one company or market segment. In this example, the dashboard contains 28 holdings across 9 sectors and 3 countries. This provides a broader income base than relying on only a few dividend stocks. However, the number of holdings alone does not guarantee proper diversification. Investors should also examine how much money is allocated to each position and sector. After building the portfolio, track the main income metrics. The dashboard shows annual dividend income of $12,480, which equals an average of approximately $1,040 per month. This figure helps the investor estimate how much passive income the portfolio may generate during the year. Then, examine the portfolio's dividend yield. In this example, the current dividend yield is 3.85%. Dividend yield shows the expected annual dividend income compared with the portfolio's current value. A higher yield may appear attractive, whereas an unusually high yield can sometimes indicate financial risk or an expected dividend reduction. Therefore, yield should always be evaluated together with company quality and dividend sustainability. In addition, review the yield on cost, which is 4.31% in this dashboard. Yield on cost compares the current annual dividend income with the original amount invested. As companies raise their dividends over time, the yield on cost may increase even when the current market yield remains lower. Furthermore, monitor dividend growth. The dashboard shows average 5-year dividend growth of 7.62%. Dividend growth is important because rising payments can help investors maintain purchasing power and potentially receive more income in the future without purchasing additional shares. At the same time, check the average payout ratio. In this example, the payout ratio is 52.1%, which is within the displayed healthy range of 40 to 60%. The payout ratio shows how much of a company's earnings is distributed as dividends. A reasonable ratio may allow the company to continue paying dividends while retaining enough money for operations and future growth. After reviewing the headline metrics, study the monthly dividend income chart. The payments in this example vary throughout the year, beginning with $850 in January and reaching higher amounts such as $1,180 in June and $1,150 in October. This monthly view helps investors identify strong and weak income periods and plan their cash flow more effectively. Next, analyze the sector allocation. In the example dashboard, financial companies represent 24% of the portfolio, consumer staples represent 20%, healthcare represents 16%, industrials represent 13%, energy represents 10%, technology represents 9%, and other sectors represent 8%. This chart makes it easier to identify overexposure before one sector becomes too dominant. The investor should also examine the dividend growth history. The dashboard shows annual dividend income rising from $7,150 in 2020 to $12,480 during the latest 12-month period. A consistent upward trend may indicate successful reinvestment, new contributions, dividend increases, or a combination of these factors. However, investors should determine what caused the growth. Increasing dividend income by purchasing more shares is different from receiving dividend increases from existing holdings. Both can be beneficial, but separating these sources provides a clearer picture of portfolio performance. Then, review the top holdings table. The example includes companies from healthcare, consumer staples, technology, and energy. Each holding is compared using its dividend yield, annual dividend per share, payout ratio, and 5-year dividend growth rate. This allows investors to evaluate whether their largest positions provide a suitable balance of current income, safety, and future growth. For instance, one stock may provide a higher current yield but slower dividend growth, whereas another may provide a lower yield with stronger long-term growth. Therefore, investors should avoid judging a dividend stock using only one number. A professional dashboard compares several factors together. After that, analyze and optimize the portfolio. Identify sectors or companies that have become too large, compare performance with relevant benchmarks, and look for signs of weakening dividend safety. Rebalancing may involve reducing an oversized holding, adding exposure to an underrepresented sector, or replacing a company whose financial condition has deteriorated. Moreover, reinvest dividends when the income is not immediately needed. Dividend reinvestment allows investors to purchase additional shares, which may produce additional dividends in the future. Over long periods, this compounding effect can make a meaningful contribution to portfolio growth. Nevertheless, reinvestment should remain selective. Automatically reinvesting every dividend into the same company may increase concentration risk. In some situations, it may be better to collect the cash and invest it in the most attractive or underallocated part of the portfolio. The income at a glance section makes progress easy to understand. In this example, the monthly average is $1,040, the quarterly average is $3,120, and the projected annual income is $12,480. Compared with the $15,000 goal, the portfolio has achieved approximately 83% of its target. Finally, perform a regular portfolio health check. Confirm that the portfolio remains diversified, payout ratios are sustainable, dividend growth is positive, and the overall income trend remains strong. The example dashboard gives the portfolio a health score of 9.2 out of 10, but investors should review the data behind any score rather than relying only on the final number. A useful review schedule may include a brief monthly income check, a deeper quarterly analysis, and a complete annual review of goals, holdings, diversification, and strategy. Any dividend cuts, payment suspensions, major price changes, or company-specific problems should also trigger an additional review. Overall, a dividend portfolio dashboard helps investors track income, analyze risk, optimize allocations, measure progress, and make disciplined decisions. By combining consistency, investment quality, diversification, reinvestment, and patience, investors can work toward building a more reliable passive income stream and long-term financial freedom. Remember that dividends and investment returns are not guaranteed. The figures shown in this example are for educational purposes and should not be considered personalized financial advice. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.